Hmm. It's interesting to hear about how Saglo chooses its market. So I know that data plays a big role in your decision making, and you've mentioned using Placer.AI for acquisitions. Can you walk us through how that technology helps guide your investments?
We were a pretty early adopter of Placer.AI. I want to say that we were maybe one of the first 10 customers that they had. And when we were presented with what they were trying to do, it immediately resonated with us, because at the end of the day, you're trying to figure out when you're making an investment within a shopping center, and so we use it for two purposes. We use it to acquire properties, and we also use it for leasing purposes. And I'll explain the two options. I think on the acquisition side, it's a little bit more straightforward in that the data that is the most important would be actual tenant sales data, meaning that, how much does Publix generate in gross sales out of that one particular location, or it could be Chipotle or any other retailer. And that information is not readily available anywhere other than for that retailer. And so, and oftentimes, sometimes they're required to report to their current landlord, but oftentimes that they're not. And so that's important, because when you're making an investment of a property, you're making an investment for the cash flow that the property generates. And then you're trying to figure out how durable is that cash flow. You know that the cash flow is durable if the tenants are doing well. And you know that tenants are doing well because of the sales. In the absence of sales, what else can you rely on? Well, in the past, maybe you just went to visit the property, you looked at how well stocked the shelves were, or maybe you just stood in front of the doorway and just counted how many people went in and out. But that's very, rudimentary and a little bit, I think there's better ways of doing it. And that's where Placer comes in. So until Placer came on the market, and they used the geofencing, I think, what is it called? Like spatial data, geofencing data. I forgot the exact term for it. But
Geospatial mapping?
Geospatial map, there you go.
Geospace.
So before that came about, it's like, for you to figure out how many people went to a certain area, and for them to run the analysis, it may take like a week or something like that, and you're paying per report. They made it self-service, and they made the user interface really, really easy, and you can use, and it was an annual subscription instead of like per report. So the ability to get a little bit of insight, at least on the footfall traffic of one store compared to other stores, was something that, while not perfect, gave us a lot more insight than not having anything at all. So that's kind of how we came to kind of really embrace Placer. And since then, they've become like a unicorn, $1 billion company. So I think a lot of people also have seen the benefits of having the Placer data.
Yeah. Apart
40 years deep in the commercial real estate game, rising up strong, building that name, from leasing deals to anchors locked tight. Late night calls, making it